After work, before rehearsal, I got presents for the boys I need to drop off.
After work, like the sound of that. How's she doing?
New Orleans comes naturally to the actors playing out their roles of Antoine. And of course, how can I forget your name? Your character's acting name. Phyllis. No, your character. Desiree, sweetie. And Desiree on Treme for Wendell Pierce and Phyllis, the real Phyllis Montana-LeBlanc. New Orleans is home. Both are here with me today to talk a bit about their roles on the show and their real-life roles in their hometown. Thank you so much for coming in today. I really appreciate it.
No, thank you.
It's great having you.
Good seeing you again.
Loving the show. Let me first ask you. We've got a couple of questions to you from Facebook for folks that want to ask you some questions to you. But what is it like starring in your hometown, in a show about your hometown, being seen around the world, to work in your hometown? Let me start with you, Wendell.
Well, it's great. It's more than a job, you know. It's art imitating life, life imitating art. New Orleans and its recovery and rebuilding and all the trials and tribulations that people. So it's a marked period of time where I feel like people years from now will be able to go back and know what we were going through right now. You know, it's kind of like documenting the life experience. And for me as an actor, that's the reason I got into it, to have an impact.
And Phyllis, I mean, after Katrina, it was life changed completely. You became an actress. What is that like for you to be doing this in your hometown?
I always say it's fun because the character Desiree is more like who I am anyway, so.
Keeping it real.
Natural.
Yes, indeed.
Have you both wrapped up filming right now for season 2?
Yes, I have. We're wrapping up this week, but I finished filming Friday. So.
And congratulations on your new role. You've been playing B.B. King.
Yes, this new movie, B.B. King and I. So I just got my Lucille.
Yeah,
so
I was wondering
have another
about
instrument to deal with. But no, I'm excited about that. I'm very excited.
What do you think, Treme, what are the pluses for New Orleans by this being seen on the international stage like this?
Well, the pluses, first of all, just for the musicians, the exposure and the marketing for all the music that is produced here. I'm actually producing a tour of the music, a night in Treme that we're starting out in California. They're going to play at the Hollywood Bowl, and it's just giving exposure and reminding people that we're still going through a lot here, you know, and reminding people of what we've gone through. And also it's therapeutic for the people here in New Orleans. You know, there's watch parties all over the city, and it's kind of like sit down on Sunday night and realize, you know, wow, we have gone through a lot. And then also you kind of recognize how far you've come, even though you may not feel it. You know?
Exactly.
And no doubt, too, I mean, all of a sudden a part of the world that people they know about, they've got exposure to.
Exactly, and people are loving it. They're getting the music, and then what's his name? Dave Walker is doing the explanation of Treme and the lingo, how we talk, and
now everyone knows what lagniappe is across the country.
Yeah, definitely, and also the world. I mean, I was over in Rome last summer promoting the show, and there's websites and people following it there as well. And I just met a guy over in Bullets from London. Took him out one night. We hung out at Vaughn's. We went all over the city, and he was like, "This is just like the show. I'm hanging out with Antoine Baptiste." You know, so it's exposing people around the world with to the culture of New Orleans.
Well, let me switch gears now. You're both so active. I mean, you're working on Pontchartrain Park. What's the latest with that project? That's a Facebook question for you.
Listen, the most important thing to know is that we're running out of time. You know, we in the community have done our parts. We've put together the charrettes, the designs. We've put people in the financial place. We have over 200 families pre-qualified, 45 people under contract. Now we just need the subsidies that were promised to be programmed out. And we know that the city and the state have a lot of work to do, but the community has done their part on their side, and what we need to do is make sure that those subsidies come through. They asked us to build a program around that, and so now that we've built a program around that, we have 200 families ready to move home. We brought in 2 homes the other day. We can set our home in about 6 hours. So now that we have the program, we have the families, we're ready to come in. The other piece that's needed is for the city and the state to program the subsidies. And we know they have a lot of work to do, so it's going to be a win-win for both of us. But that needs to be done, because if it's not done in a timely fashion, all of that money has a sunset date and it goes back. And so a lot of people are waiting for those subsidies.
And Phyllis, you are very passionate about saving Phyllis Weekly Elementary School. The Recovery School District says we need to demolish this historic school because it just doesn't fit the modern needs for all the students there. What is it that makes you so determined? What is it about this school? Because some have said it can be renovated for the same cost as demolishing it.
Absolutely, I agree with that. Because all of the things that they're saying is not viable today were viable then. So I don't know when that break off or that cutoff point came where it's not, we can't go to, the kids can't go to the bathroom downstairs. We had no problems with using the restrooms downstairs. As far as safety, we had teachers that were on monitor programs and schedules that helped us with that. It was an absolutely wonderful area to grow up in a school. And we didn't have, I tell people all the time, we didn't have rain days. If it rained and you told your mom, well, we don't have to go to school today, that didn't happen because we have a covered playground area at Phyllis Wheatley.
Why are you both so passionate about getting involved with this particular school, Phyllis Wheatley Elementary? What is it about this building?
Well, first of all, we have to watch throwing out the baby with the bathwater. And we kind of mentioned that on Treme last night, that, we have to, in the need to change is good. At the same time, you have to use best practices. You have a architecturally recognized building that was awarded, awards in architecture for its modernism in the 1950s when it was built. And we have to make sure that not in the need to just do something, not just throw away something as historic as that. And so, and a lot of times there's politics involved. A lot of money is going to be made if we get to demolish it and rebuild it. So a lot of Hidalgo money goes into a pocket.
But
we're going to be doing a lot more later on, actually, in our 5 o'clock hour on Phyllis Wheatley Elementary. I want to thank you both so much for coming in. Keep up the great work on Treme and representing us on the international scene.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Keep watching.
Thank you. You know I will.